Alright, y'all. I want to address something. I've had multiple subscribers hit me up asking if they can ask me a bunch of questions personally through text or on Instagram or Facebook. And I've specifically told them, if you want to get questions answered, you need to, send me some money. It's that simple. And the reason for that isn't because I'm greedy. It's because I've gotten to a point now where people know that I have the knowledge on this chassis, and I constantly get 20 or 30 questions at least a week that turn into full-blown conversations. And I found myself literally spending 10 or 12 hours a week answering people's questions for free. Now, I work 80 hours a week full-time to support my kid. I get paid for that time because my knowledge and my body, I trade for an hourly wage. Well, it's not that I don't want to help people advance this chassis. It's that I don't have the spare time. And if I'm going to spend that spare time helping you, you're going to pay for that service. And if you're not willing to pay for that service, you're not going to get the knowledge that I spent 10 years of my life and paid 10 years of my life and tens and thousands of dollars to acquire that information. I didn't have anybody there holding my hand through it. I had to figure this crap out through several engines and transaxles and stuff like that. Now, I love the fact that people want to learn how to advance this chassis, but I am too busy, I am too broke, and I am too old to be doing that shit for free for everybody. So if you want to complain about it, you want to unsubscribe, have yourself a good one. I wish you luck. I hope you figure stuff out like I did. But if you want this knowledge that resides in here, the knowledge that I spent all that time acquiring, I think that compensation is in order. And I'm not asking for a lot. Donate to my channel. Every donation helps me to bring these videos out that educate people and help people figure all this stuff out. But if you're not willing to put up your money like I did, you don't deserve the knowledge. When people act entitled toward my knowledge and time, it ruins it for everybody. When somebody messaged me, hey, can I ask you a couple questions? I'm like, sure, shoot them my number. And then it's 2 weeks of text messages at 2 o'clock in the morning, all this stuff, huge fucking books wrote out. Hey, can you describe all the torque specs on how to assemble my engine? Readily available information on Google 90% of the time. And you know what? It's cool to ask those questions, but I'm not required to answer those questions for free. Just because I have a probe, just because I've made over 400 wheel probably, just because I have a YouTube channel does not automatically mean that I am here to serve you. If you want my services, you pay for them. If English Racing develops an engine program for their 4B11T, do you think that every person who messages them asking them for details is going to get those details? Or do you think English says, hey, bring it on in and we'll get you taken care of? Yeah, because they want to get paid for that knowledge. And no, I'm not comparing myself to English Racing. My point is that if you spend your time and money to acquire knowledge that nobody else has, you deserve to be compensated for that knowledge if other people want to have it. Or for them to contribute to your knowledge as well, or for them to give something equally in return. But I don't get that. So it ruined it for everybody. I was friendly for like 9 years on this YouTube channel answering everybody's questions, but I don't have the time. And if you want me to make that time for you, I need you to make a financial donation to me. That's what I'm getting at. And if you don't like it, sounds like a personal problem. Go cry to your mother. Like, I've had probably 20 people who did it right. They dropped money on my Cash App for my YouTube channel, sent me a message saying, hey man, I enjoy your channel. I really just wanted to throw you a few bucks. Hopefully you can keep bringing out that content. Thanks for the good content, whatever, right? And then maybe a couple of days later, they hit me up and they're like, hey man, I wanted to ask you some questions. Is that okay? And guess what? I answered every question that they had politely with details and everything. Why? Because they understood the fact that my time is not theirs, that my life is worth something to me, that I set my value, that I know my value, and I will accept nothing less. And so they know, hey, I'm going to throw them a little bit of cash because everybody needs a little leg up every once in a while. But they don't act like, oh, well, you want money, so I'm not going to, be on your YouTube channel. If you tell me you're going to unsubscribe or whatever because I won't answer your questions, then you are literally just throwing yourself right into that entitled category, and I will never have a word to say to you. It's that simple.